What if I told you that the most feared samurai in feudal Japan died not in battle, but from regret? Not from an enemy's blade, but from the weight of moments he let slip away. His name was Takeshi Yamamoto, and this is not a story of honor won it. A story of life lost while planning to live. The Japanese have a phrase, Ichigo Ichie. It means one time, one meeting, this moment will never come again. The samurai knew this. They understood that every sunrise might be their last, every conversation their final words, every battle their end. But here's what they didn't tell you. You don't need to be a warrior to die with regrets. You just need to keep saying tomorrow. This is the story of a man who had all the time in the world, till he didn't. Before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment below. What is one moment you've been postponing? What conversation have you been delaying? Write it down. Because by the end of this story, you'll understand why waiting is the most dangerous gamble you can make. Chapter 1. The invincible warrior, Takeshi Yamamoto, was born in 1615 during the early Edo period of Japan. By age 20, he was already recognized as one of the finest swordsmen in his province. His master, an old ronin named Hideaki, had taught him everything, every stance, every strike, every breath. But there was one lesson Hideaki tried to teach that Takeshi never understood. Hideaki, Takeshi, you have mastered the sword. But have you mastered time, Takeshi master? I am only 20 years old. I have decades to master whatever you wish to teach me. Hideaki, that is exactly why you haven't learned it yet. Takeshi didn't understand. And he thought, when I'm older, when I've won more battles, when I have more experience, then I'll ask him what he means. But life had other plans. Main point 1. Youth is the enemy of wisdom. When you're young, time feels infinite. Every mistake feels recoverable. Every goodbye feels temporary. You think I'll have another chance, I'll say it tomorrow. I'll make time later. But this is the first illusion that destroys lives. Takeshi believed his youth guaranteed him endless tomorrows, so he postponed the questions he wanted to ask his master. He postponed learning the deeper teachings. He postponed truly being present in his training. Because tomorrow was promised, or so he thought. Chapter 2. The day everything changed in the winter of 1636. Takeshi was sent on a diplomatic mission to a neighboring clan. It was supposed to take 3 days. It was a routine assignment, nothing dangerous, nothing urgent. Before he left, Master Hideaki called him. Hideaki, Takeshi, sit with me tonight. Wish to share something important with you. Takeshi, Master, I must prepare for the journey. When I return in 3 days, we will have plenty of time to talk. Hideaki, 3 days is a long time. Takeshi, 3 days is nothing. I'll be back before you know it. Those were the last words Takeshi ever spoke to his master. When Takeshi returned 3 days later, he found the dojo in mourning. Master Hideaki had died in his sleep the very night Takeshi left. Takeshi stood before his masteress's body and realized the terrible truth. He had postponed the conversation by just 3 days, 72 hours. And in those 72 hours, his master died. Main point 2. Every goodbye could be 4, but it wasn't just that one conversation he lost. It was every conversation he could have had, but postponed. Every question he thought he'd asked later. Every moment he assumed would repeat itself. At the funeral, Takeshi found a scroll in his master's quarters. It was addressed to him, written the morning of his departure, Hideaki's letter. My beloved student, if you are reading this, then I am gone. I wanted to tell you last night about Ichigo Ichie one meeting. I wanted to teach you that every moment with those you love is unrepeatable. But you chose preparation over presence. You chose tomorrow over today. This is my final lesson to you. There is no tomorrow. There is only now. Do not make the same mistake with others that you made with me. Live each moment as if it were the last cherry blossom of spring, beautiful, fleeting, and gone forever. Takeshi wept. For 3 days, he wept. And then he made a vow. He would never postpone another moment again. But vows are easy to make. Living them is the challenge. Chapter 3. The warrior who couldn't stop after his master's death, Takeshi threw himself into his training. He became obsessed with perfection, trained from sunrise to sunset, accepted every mission, every challenge, every battle. People said he was honoring his master's memory. But the truth was darker. He was running from his guilt. Takeshi had a younger sister named Yuki. She was 16 years old, kind and gentle. She lived in their family home in the countryside, taking care of their aging parents. Every few months, Yuki would write to Takeshi, "Brother, it has been so long since we've seen you. Father's health is declining. Mother asks about you every day. Won't you come visit us, even just for a few days?" Every time Takeshi would reply, "Dear sister, I am in the middle of important training. I'm serving the clan. I will visit soon. Tell mother and father I send my love." But soon never came. Main point 3. Busyness is the perfect excuse for a void incinerator. Takeshi told himself he was too busy. He told himself his duty to the clan came first. He told himself his family would understand. But the real reason he didn't go home? He was ashamed. He was ashamed that he had failed his master. He was ashamed that even after that painful lesson, he was still postponing what mattered. And so, he hid behind duty, behind training, behind importance. This is what we all do. We hide behind work. We hide behind obligations. We hide behind "I'm too busy right now," when the truth is, we're avoiding the discomfort of being present. Because being present means facing ourselves. And that's the hardest battle of all. Chapter 4. The letter that arrived to Lata 5 years passed. Takeshi was now 28 years old. He had become a renowned warrior. He had wealth, respect, and honor. But he was empty inside. One evening in spring, during cherry blossom season, a messenger arrived at the dojo, carried a letter sealed with his family's crest. Takeshi opened it. It was from Yuki. "Brother, father passed away last night. He asked for you in his final moments. He waited as long as he could. The funeral will be in 3 days. Please come. Mother needs you. I need you." Takeshi dropped the letter. His hands were shaking. He had waited too long. Again, he immediately prepared to leave, rode through the night, through rain and mud, pushing his horse to its limits. He arrived at his family home just as the funeral procession was ending. His mother, now a frail old woman, saw him. She didn't smile. She didn't run to embrace him. She just looked at him with eyes full of sadness and said, "Mother, he waited for you, Takeshi. Every day for 5 years, he sat by the window, watching the road, hoping you would come. And when he knew death was near, he still waited. He said, 'My son will come.' He wouldn't let me die without seeing him one last time. But you never came." Main point 4. The dead don't wait for your convenience and narrator. Takeshi fell to his knees. He had done it again. He had lost another person to the illusion of later. But this time it wasn't sudden. This time he had 5 years. 5 years of letters. 5 years of invitations. 5 years of "I'll visit soon." And now his father was gone, and the last memory his father had of him. Disappointment. That night, Takeshi sat alone in his childhood home. He walked through the rooms where he had grown up. He saw his father's clothes still hanging in the closet. His mother's tea set, prepared for 2 people, a habit she couldn't break. And he realized he had been so focused on becoming a great warrior that he had forgotten to be a good son. Chapter 5. The promise to his Sayastr. The morning after the funeral, Yuki found Takeshi sitting in the garden, staring at the cherry blossoms. "Yuki, brother, do you remember when we were children? You promised you would teach me how to climb the big cherry tree. You said, 'When you soldier, I'll teach you.' I waited every year, but you left for training, and the promise was forgotten. Takeshi, I'm sorry. Yuki, I'm sorry for everything. Yuki, I don't need your apology, brother. I need you. Mother needs you. Will you stay with us? Even just for a little while?" Takeshi wanted to say yes, but then he thought about his duties. The clan, the missions, his reputation. "Takeshi, Yuki, I must return to my post. But I promise, I will visit more often. I will write more." "Well, Yuki, brother, do you know what father's last words were?" he said. "Tell Takeshi that promises postponed are promises broken." He knew you wouldn't come, but he still hoped. She stood up and walked away. Takeshi sat there alone again, with another promise he wasn't sure he could keep. Main point 5. Promises without action are just comfortable lies. We love making promises. "I'll call you soon. Let's meet up sometime. I'll be there next time." These promises make us feel good. They make us feel like we're maintaining relationships without actually doing the work. But what we don't realize is that every unfulfilled promise is a small betrayal. And enough small betrayals destroy even the strongest bonds. Tokushi made the same promise every samurai makes. I will serve with honor. But what is honor without presence? What is duty without love? He was learning the hard way that you can win every battle and still lose everything that matters. Chapter 6. The turning point Teki returned to his dojo. But something had changed inside him. He couldn't focus on training. He couldn't sleep. Every night he dreamed of his father waiting by the window. Every morning he woke up with the same thought. I'm wasting my life. One day, while meditating in the temple, he met an old monk named Sato. The monk was 80 years old, blind in one eye, and had the calmness of someone who had nothing left to lose. Monk Sato, you carry a heavy burden, young warrior. What troubles you? Takeshi, I have dishonored those I love by not being present for them. I lost my master because I postponed one conversation. I lost my father because I postponed 5 years of visits. And now I fear I will lose everyone else the same way. Monk Sato. Tell me, Takeshi, when will you start living? Takeshi, what do you mean I am living? I train, I serve. I'm Monk Sato. No, you are existing. You are performing. But you are not living. Do you know the difference? Takeshi, please, teach me. Main point 6. Existing is not the same as living, Monk Sato. Existing is going through the motions. Waking up, working, sleeping, repeating. Living is being fully present in each moment. Feeling the rain on your skin. Tasting your food, looking into someone's eyes when they speak. Saying I love you without waiting for the perfect moment. Monk Sato continued. You samurai train for death. You prepare for your final battle, but you forget to prepare for life. And so you die 1,000 small deaths each time you postpone presence, each time you choose duty over love, each time you say tomorrow. Takeshi, but what if I fail? What if I can't change? Monk Sato, then you will die with the same regret you carry now, but multiplied by every day you continue to wait. Chapter 7. The practice of Ichigo Ichie. Monk Sato taught Takeshi a practice. It was simple, but brutal in its honesty. Every morning before you draw your sword, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1. If today were my last day, what would I regret not doing? Question 2. Who would I regret not seeing? Question 3. What would I regret not saying? Then Takeshi, you must do those things. Not tomorrow. No, not next week. Today. Takeshi began this practice. The first morning, he asked himself the 3 questions. If today were my last day, what would I regret not doing? I would regret not visiting my mother and sister. Who would I regret not seeing? My mother and sister. What would I regret not saying? That I love them. I'm sorry, that they matter more than my reputation. And so, that very day, Takeshi packed a small bag and traveled to his family home. His mother was shocked to see him. Takeshi, what are you doing here? Is something wrong? Nothing is wrong, mother. Just, I wanted to see you. I wanted to be here. I don't know how many more times I'll have this chance. His mother began to cry, not from sadness, but from relief. Her son had finally come home. Those 3 questions are brutal because they force you to confront the gap between what you say matters and what you actually do. You say your family matters, but when did you last spend uninterrupted time with them? You say your health matters, but when did you last prioritize it over convenience? You say your dreams matter, but when did you last work on them instead of scrolling through distractions? Ichigo Ichie isn't just a philosophy. It's a mirror. And when you look into it, you see the truth of how you're spending your one unrepeatable life. Chapter 8. The mother's final gift. Takeshi stayed with his mother and sister for 2 weeks. He helped repair the house. He told stories. He listened to his mother's memories. He climbed the cherry tree with Yukita 20 years late. But finally, on his last evening before returning to the dojo, his mother gave him a small wooden box. This belonged to your father. He wanted you to have it. Inside was a single cherry blossom petal preserved and pressed between 2 pieces of paper, and a note in his father's handwriting. Takeshi, this petal fell the day you were born. I saved it to remind myself that all beautiful things are temporary. I wish I had taught you this lesson earlier. I wish I had showed you that life is not about how many battles you win. but how many moments you cherish. Don't make my mistake. Don't wait until it's too late to appreciate what you have. Takeshi held the petal in his hands and wept. We forget that everyone we love is like a cherry blossom, beautiful, precious, and fleeting. Your parents won't be here forever. Your siblings, your friends, your children, they're all on borrowed time. The tragedy is that we know this intellectually, but we don't live like we know it. We postpone the hug. We delay the call. We save the I love you for a better moment. But there is no better moment. There is only this moment. And when it's gone forever. Chapter 9. The warrior's new code. Takeshi returned to the dojo changed. He didn't abandon his training, didn't give up his duties, but he changed his priorities. He established a new code for himself, the code of presence. One meaningful conversation per day, no distractions, no rushing. Full attention. One act of gratitude per day, tell someone why they matter to you. One moment of stillness per day, stop moving, stop doing, just be. No postponed goodbyes, always part as if it's the last time, because it might be. No accumulation of regrets. If it matters, do it now. He wrote to his sister every week. He visited his mother every month, sat with junior students, and truly listened to their questions, something his master had done for him. But he had been too distracted to appreciate. Years passed, Takeshi grew older. He never became the most famous samurai. He never led great armies. But he became something more valuable. He became present. The world celebrates achievements, titles, wealth, status. But none of that matters when you're standing at someone's funeral, wishing you had spent more time with them. True greatness is being there when it matters. True honor is showing up. True legacy is the memories you create with those you love. Takeshi learned this too late with his master and father. But he learned it in time for his mother and sister, and that made all the difference. Chapter 10. The final Lesasoan Takeshi lived to be 67 years old. In his final days, lying in his bed, surrounded by his sister, her children, and students from his dojo, he called everyone close. I want to tell you something. I spent the first half of my life waiting to live. I thought that once I achieved enough, once I became skilled enough, once I had more time, then I would truly live. But I was wrong. Life is not something that happens later. It's happening right now, in this room, in this moment, in this breath. And the greatest lesson I ever learned came from the worst pain I ever felt. Losing people I loved because I wasn't present for them. He looked at each person in the room. Don't wait to tell people you love them. Don't wait to visit. Don't wait to forgive. Don't wait to start living. Because waiting is just another word for dying slowly. He closed his eyes and took his last breath. And in that final moment, he wasn't afraid. Because he knew he had finally learned the lesson his master tried to teach him 50 years before. Ichigo Ichie. One time, one meeting. This moment, never again. Your death is guaranteed. You are going to die. I am going to die. Everyone you love is going to die. This is the one certainty of life. But what's not certain is how much time you have. You could have 50 years. You could have 50 days. You don't know. And that uncertainty should terrify you into action, not into paralysis, into action. Because if you knew you only had 1 week left, what would you do? Who would you call? What would you say? Where would you go? Now here's the brutal truth. You might only have 1 week left. You just don't know it yet. So why are you living like you have forever? This is the lesson of the samurai. This is the wisdom of Ichigo Ichie. Every moment is unrepeatable. Every conversation is unique. Every goodbye could be forever. So I'll ask you again. What are you postponing? Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Right now. What are you going to do differently? Call someone you love. Start that project. Have that difficult conversation. Forgive that person. Take that trip. Say what needs to be said. Because this moment right here, right now, will never come again. Ichigo Ichie. One time. One meeting. This life. Only once. Don't waste it. If this story moved you, leave a comment below with one action you'll take today. Subscribe to this channel for more Japanese wisdom. And share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you for being here. I'll go live.